Royal Caribbean made a big change to their Club Royale casino program today, and I have a special guest to join me. We'll talk all about it. All right, so I am so happy to be joined by my BFF and travel agent extraordinaire, Jessalynn. And the reason why we're meeting and doing this video and this weird time is because something dropped with Club Royale from Royal Caribbean today. Jessalynn, tell us a little bit more about what happened today.
Yeah, so the system that Club Royale, the casino operation of Royal Caribbean, that system that they had used to distribute offers used to be very public facing, and it was separate from RoyalCaribbean.com's account that you would create to buy your drinks before your cruise and all that stuff. What they have apparently been doing is integrating these things so that now your offers from the casino are going to show up at a site that is attached to your RoyalCaribbean.com login information, login credentials. And so the old site at clubroyaleoffers.com in the past, you would just put in a name and a crown and anchor number, and it would tell you the list of all of the offers available to that person with that crown and anchor number. Now it redirects you to log into the site. And so basically, they're in the process of integrating the offers from the casino with your unique Royal Caribbean account.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I was looking around at it earlier today, and I got to say, at first blush, it actually looks like it could be kind of cool. Like it looks pretty good, but there are some challenges right now, aren't there?
Yeah, so it's definitely still a work in progress. There have been a lot of people saying, and I've seen in my own experience, that offers that have been given to certain people are not showing up on this new account. I know in my own personal offers, most of the different codes are there. Some of them are not, but in the codes that I do have, some of the sailings are ships and sail dates are missing as an option. This is very kind of clearly an effort to combat a lot of the complaints about this program, which were that you always had to call. It's actually been the case for a while that you've been able to click a button on the website that says redeem. This is basically that same process. It just looks different. It collects information from you that generates a form that is then sent to sent through a system where a Royal Caribbean employee will process that request for a booking.
Yeah, I mean, in some sense, it looks like it might be just like lipstick on a pig, so to speak. Like I think it's basically doing the same thing that the old site did, but it just looks a little prettier because
It
that
does
old
look
site, I
prettier.
think
I will absolutely give you that.
it was for like that old site looks like it was from 2003. Like it's not nice, but I mean, it was functional. It
It
worked.
was functional.
Um, and I can confirm that what you're saying about, some of the offers seeming to be missing or sailings, because definitely I think I have 7 right now in my queue on the site, but I know I had like 12 yesterday when I looked
Hmm.
on clubroyaleoffers.com. By the way, they have disappeared from there. One of the offers that's on this new site, though, that I thought was pretty funny is my tier award cruise is back for some reason. And I redeemed that months ago. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that will disappear again.
Yes. There are definitely what appear to be some coding errors that are going on, and presumably they are working to fix those. It has only been literally a matter of hours, and so any of these large scale software implementations um, are complex. And there were some emails that went out to people in previous weeks that had mentioned that a change like this was coming. I do think one of the concerns that people have is that with offers seeming to disappear, people weren't particularly keeping track or record of what they had been given, because there was always that site they could go look them up on. And so I think that, it's important, it's kind of why I always keep and I always recommend that people keep emails, even those silly mailers they send you, until such time when those offers have expired. It's always good to know what offers you've been given so that they can be redeemed for you, even if they don't show up on the website.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. So yeah, and you got actually a bit of a tip because all of the offers have now been removed from the old site, clubroyaleoffers.com. When you log into that site, you still see your tier credits and what you need for your next award level, but you
Mhm.
don't see any of your offers. But you said you have a little trick for that, right?
Well, so one thing that you can do is you can go through basically anything archived. If you happen to have had a window on your computer where you had looked this up and you don't reload it, sometimes you can see them still there. But what I've been doing is going through my email and searching for Casino Royale, and then it comes up with all of the emails for for that. The offers that are populating on the site were the ones that don't necessarily have all of the sailings and ships and sail dates attached to them. Those do still tell you the unique offer code, right? And the
Okay.
offers come in a series. Usually it's two numbers, three letters, and then three more numbers for the marketing offers. So if you have your unique offer code, you can still go back to that original site, and at the top left of the screen, there's a drop down, and you can do offer lookup or offer code lookup. And so
Okay.
if you know, for instance, that you have a certain offer code, but it only shows you five sailings and you're like, I'm sure there were more than that, you can take that offer code over to the old site and go ahead and look it up that way.
Yeah, just so people know, I did put an email into the Club Royale team to see if I can find out a little bit more about what's happening with this, what they're working on, and I also especially want to know if perhaps like these offers will be dynamic. And when I say dynamic, I mean so let's say there's four sailings on an offer, and one of those dates or offers or sailings books out that it will disappear from your offers or if it's just going to be static like the old system.
And that was definitely a complaint that people had about the old system. They were starting on the PDFs to kind of like cross out sailings, but they weren't very
Yeah.
good about doing it. And they would also send out offers for sailings that were already full to casino comps.
So professional.
I know, I love them. I love them so much.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I mean, look, I was on the newest ship this weekend, just passed.
Yeah,
So,
they give us free
um,
cruises.
yeah, I
Free.
can't complain. I can't complain. So, do you have any other tips that you or anything else you wanted to mention about this change?
Yeah, I've been thinking about what this means for me as a travel agent who works with a lot of comp clients, because one of the things that I have done for the clients in the past has been to take a lot of the burden off as far as calling and redeeming those offers. I can still do that as far as we know, and can continue to do that. The form is a little clunky. It does ask you to select certain ships and sail dates, but doesn't give you information in terms of what type of room you want or what particular room you want. So I think that going forward, they're going to have to make some changes in that to make it really useful for people. I'm not sure it's really the best way to go about it. But they will probably make some changes. But just keep in mind that this is very much the old system. And like you said, it's in a new dress. It's a shiny dress. But I think remember that when you are redeeming or redeeming that offer online, that you are still just submitting a form to be, for that booking to be generated. So, but set your expectations accordingly if that's the way you
Right.
decide to go through that.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the one thing that I'm hoping for is that now that they're moving from this really old page that they had, and I don't even know what the back end of that looks like, to their new website, which is where this page is hosted, it's probably got a lot more functionality and ability for modification. So maybe they're
Mm-hmm.
just going to try to get it to a steady state of what the old site was like and then layer in new functionality as they go along. That's my hope
Mm-hmm.
anyway.
Mm-hmm. And one thing that I noticed is it does ask you or give you the option to connect loyalty accounts from MGM and Hard Rock Unity, which are their partners. I tried to link my MGM account this morning and I got an error, so I'll give them 24 hours to try it again. But
Did you
that
get the
also,
error that it was already linked to somebody? Because
I
that's the
did, in
error I
fact. Is
got.
that the same error you got? Yes. So,
Unity
um,
worked though. My Unity did
did Unity
work.
work? Yeah, I haven't tried to do that because I didn't have easy access to my Unity number.
Well, yeah, I think what happens is we're because you're already gold matched, right? You're matched backwards
Oh, yeah,
from
that might have
your.
something to do with that match. Yeah.
I think so too. I think it's probably causing a bit of an issue there.
Yeah, hopefully they'll figure that. Hopefully they'll figure that out.
Yeah, it would be so cool to
Yeah,
see like offers, like all the offers in one spot would be great.
right. right. And I think that, at the end of the day, let's be honest, these folks want you coming back on cruise ships so you can spend your money in the casino. So I think they are genuinely trying to improve the system.
Yeah.
But it's bumpy. It's a little bumpy.
Yeah, I work in this field too, so I
Yeah,
understand that even the best laid plans, like when you test all this stuff, you test it in a perfect, pristine environment, and then you
right.
release it into the wild, and that's where you really start to discover all the bugs. So I'm just hoping
Hmm.
that they are really on top of like fixing things and they get it
Hmm.
kind of stable in
Hmm.
a reasonable amount of time.
Hmm. Yeah, I do hope that they are able to develop a functionality where travel agents like me who work with clients can help with this process, because that was one of like always my favorite thing to do, like for what you and I did, Chris, with our Wonder back-to-back bookings, especially with Royal going to a lot more short cruises. One of the best things I was able to do with the old system was to find two sailings that people could back to back, like we're doing on Wonder. So hopefully they'll come up with a way for that to be a little bit easier for, me to help out as a travel agent.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally. Yeah. And then even doing side by sides and stuff like that, if it
Hmm.
was much easier to search and look and yeah,
Yeah,
that's the dream, right?
we have to hope. We can do nothing but dream.
All right. Well, thank you so much for jumping in last minute and joining me. I'm hopefully this helps some people out who are a little confused about what's going on right now.
Or at least it gives us a place to talk in the comments about how confused we are.
Truth, truth. And by the way, if you guys have comments, you have any questions, make sure you throw them in the comments, and either me or Jessalynn will get to them right away.
And I promise he didn't set me up to say that. I just said it by myself.
She did it. She did it. All right. Thanks, Jess.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
Don't forget, just a couple of days until my Star of the Seas series begins. This brand new gorgeous ship I was on last week, and it will start with a casino video. What was the casino like and how I did in it? And also some initial impressions about the ship, some of the great stuff about it. So I hope you'll join me. Hopefully you're subscribed and you click the notification bell so you know when that video comes out. Thanks for watching.